guys, today we're going to be creating a virtual classroom using Google Slides. And to get started, this is the image that we're going to be trying to create. I might change it up a little bit, but this is just the finished product and the setup that we want to get to. So first things first is you are going to want to be working with the Chrome web browser. In order to do that, that's how you will get this icon, the BITMOJI extension. So to get this BITMOJI extension, you're going to go ahead and go to your Google source and search Chrome Web Store. Once you get to the Chrome Web Store, you're going to click on that link. And once you get there, you're going to make sure you have extensions, and we're going to click BITMOJI. It's going to pop up here as it's going to give you an option here to add to Chrome. I already have it, so mine does not give me that option, but you would click it and then it will take you through the steps to add it to your own web page. Okay, now that we're there, next thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we go to our Google Slides and we click a blank form. For the purpose of this videos, I'm going to go ahead and go to the one we started so I can show you what we're working with and our finished product. So next you want to have a new slide, and we want to go ahead and take these little things out. We don't need them. Next thing that we want to do is we want to go to insert, and we want to add our background. So we're going to go to images. If you have your own image that you want to add in your Chromebook, you can go ahead, or in your computer, you can go ahead and add it there, or you can search the web, which is what I usually do. And let me go back to that. And I want to have a brick room. So let's go ahead and put brick room background. It's going to take you to some options here. You want to have a background that has that dimension just to give it more of a ritual feel. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. I think this one should work. So as we can see, we have our wall and we also have our virtual wooden floor that creates a dimension. Okay, next thing is I always like to add a window. So we're going to get to the decorations, and it's the same way. We're going to go to images and we're going to go to search the web. If you don't have an image already, upload it. And I'm going to add a window. And the key word is transparent. So transparent is going to really help you when you start layering your decorations. So I'm going to have window transparent. And you're going to see different options pop up. I'm going to go ahead and click this one. And you will then have the option to size it to where you want. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Okay, I think that should be good. Next thing is, because it is transparent, it's going to allow me to add my own view, which is the fun part about this. I'm going to go back to image and then search the web. And I am a foreign language teacher, so I'm going to add my Spanish view. So let's go ahead and say I want to have Barcelona as my view. So I'm going to look at images and see which one do I want. Okay, this one's pretty. I'm going to click on this one. And I'm going to size it to fit my window. So I just kind of place it over, size it to fit your background. I think that should be pretty good. Okay, you're going to click on that image now that it's there, and you're going to right click and have the order. You're going to send it backwards. And then there you go. It's going to be right there, and it's going to create that dimension of your room looking out into Spain, or whichever view you like. Okay, now we're going to add different decorations. I'm going to go ahead and let's say I want to add a desk. And I'm going to click desk, and I'm going to do clip art. And I'm going to go ahead and add this one. And once again, you are going to size it at your liking. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of create it on here just to add that layer. Okay, so we have that there. Let's go ahead and add a whiteboard. I'm going to put whiteboard transparent, and I'm going to go ahead and look at whichever whiteboard I like. Okay, I kind of like this one, so I'm going to size it to fit, and this one would be pretty much your background where you're going to add your links. So it's kind of the fun part where you start adding everything on here. Let's go ahead and I'm going to add more images. So I want to add a clock, clip art. Like this one, I'm going to size it. I'm going to go ahead and put it here. Should probably be smaller. All right, let's say now that I want to add some greenery and I also want to add a shelf on here. So I'm going to go back to my images. As you can see on here, you can custom this to your style. So I'm just adding this for right now, but you will be able to add anything that you will like. Let's go ahead and put a shelf. And let's put transparent and see what comes up. Okay, I like this one. I'm gonna add this one. Whoa, that looks pretty realistic, pretty cool. So then you can size it. A lot of these images, you have the option as well to change the color. So you can go to format options and you can put recolor, and I'll usually give you some options on here. I want it to stand out, so I'm gonna click on the white one. I like that. So I'm gonna resize it. Ooh, oopsie. Okay. Resize it so it kind of fits on my wall. It's a little big. Make it smaller. You can play around with this. Okay, I kind of like that. Now, like I said, I want to add some greenery, so I'm going to go look for some plants. I'm going to click on Plants Clip Art. The more options, the harder it gets. Okay, let's add this one. Ooh, see? So you run into a problem. Some of these images are not transparent, so we don't want this one. Not for now. Let's go back, and I want to add some succulents. Ooh. I love succulents. And see, I did not click transparent, or clip art. It's going to show me a bunch of pictures, and I want to make sure I focus on the clip art. Okay, I like these better. Now let's go ahead and look for some clip art. Oh, but see, I did not put transparent. Another option you can do is you can type PNG, which is another form of transparency. And these ones are a lot better. I can definitely work with these. Okay. For the timing purposes, I'm going to go ahead and just click this one. Yes, and it's transparent. I love that. That's what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and add my little one on here. Oopsie, move the background. We don't want to do that. Okay, so you kind of want to add it on there so it looks like you get into your little details. Okay, normally I would add more, but let's kind of leave it like that for now. Let's say now that we want to add a chair. We're going to go repeat the same process. We're going to go on here. I'm going to put chair. I'm going to put transparency background or transparent background. And let's go ahead and choose one of these. Maybe this one. I want to get all fancy. So we have this one, and that looks really real. Wow, that would be really awesome in my classroom. Cool trick is you can go ahead and click this side here. Instead of making it bigger, you can move it to the opposite side, and it just moves the side that your chair would be at. So that's a really cool trick. Okay, does that look realistic? We can leave it on here for now. I like it. Okay, before we move on to our links and adding our BITMOJI. I'm going to go ahead and I want to search for computer. So I already have that up here. I'm going to look at a computer and it's PNG is the key. And I'm going to choose this one over here. So I'm going to click on that and it's going to be transparent. So it's perfect. I'm going to size it to the size that I want on here. So it's, oh, not what I want. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to resize it. And I'm going to move it back on here and it actually looks pretty well. Another way that you can personalize it is you can add posters. And by that, I'm going to go to, let's say I want to focus on inspirational quotes on here, and you can click poster and it should come up. So here's where you can personalize it as you would like. Feel like making dreams come true, don't we all? I'm going to go ahead and click that one. You can add it to your wall wherever you like. You can even add frames around it. So let's say that I want to add this one on here. Okay, so as you can see on here, we can fill the space. You can add lights, whatever you like to personalize it. Now let's move on to adding our links. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to add an insert. I don't want to do specifically a text box. I want to add a shape so I can add my dividers. So I'm going to go on here. This is the way that I like to do it. I'm going to size it. Okay, and I want my background to fit white on there so it kind of creates that view. I'm going to leave my font black. And I'm going to put on here today is Friday, May 15th, 2020. Okay, so then you can kind of go on here and you can put that in your middle. You can work with it and have it be right there in the middle. You can change the color if you like. Next thing, so this is kind of creating that division in your board. I'm going to go ahead and go back and I'm going to insert shape and I'm going to create a tab here. And once again, I want to go back and I want to fill the color white so it can kind of blend in. I'm going to go ahead and for time purposes, you can just right click on here and you can copy and paste. So then you can work with the same shape on here and create another one right next to it. Kind of love the tips and tricks on there. Okay, so now I have two. This one I'm going to go ahead and add activities. So this is where you could possibly put your activities, homework, anything that you want your kiddos to work on. I'm going to put it in the middle and I'm going to title it and move it up. Once you can add whatever you want on here, you can add bullet points and have homework. You can have any resources that you use. So I like to use Quizlet. And then maybe have a quiz link on there. So you can just work with it on here. I'm going to move it down so it creates a little space on here. I'm going to go back on here. You just play around with it. These ones I want to match, so they won't be in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and move them back to the side. There we go. I like that better. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to show you how you can add your own links. You are going to go ahead and highlight this, or you can click CTRL and G and it will take you to a link page. But on here, I'm going to highlight and I'm going to click on link. And I like Quizlet. So let's go ahead and let's say I want to add my subject pronouns. I'm going to click on my copy link, or you can click on here. Sometimes it pops up. And I'm going to go ahead, right click and paste and apply. So now it changes colors. So whenever your kids hover over here, they can click on it and it will take them directly to the page that you have linked on there for additional resources. Okay, another thing that I want to show you is I want to show you how to insert a video, which is really cool for those of you that have created your own classroom lessons. You go on here, I'm going to leave that on here, and you're going to go to insert and you can click on video. You can upload a video on there if you have one in your Google Drive, or you can search on YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and use my URL on here. Let's say that I want to have the greetings. So here's my video. I'm going to click on my link, copy that. Let's go back, paste the URL. That's the one that I want. Just confirm, select, and it should pop on here. And then I'm going to resize it to the point that I want on here. You can also get fancy and insert it as a computer screen. There's a lot of ways that you can do this that fits your needs on there. Okay, so I like that. And kind of on here, you're kind of making your lessons already. So the last thing that we really have to do is I'm going to show you how to add your BITMOJI. So we're going to go on here and you're going to click whichever BITMOJI that you like. So a couple of things. You can have this BITMOJI, which is really nice. It doesn't have any words on there. And size it to fit on here. So let's say that I like that. You can add your shapes. So let's say that you want to add a bubble shape as well. Kind of having her talking on here. And you can draw it to the size that you like. And then insert whatever you want on here. So I can say, hello students, or whatever you like on there. Okay, so another option that you have with BITMOJI is that you have all these fancy, I'm going to take these out. You have all these fancy options on here that unfortunately have words on there that we do not want to use. So let's say that I want to use a full body one that has, let's see, which one do I want to use? You're the ones, let's say that you want one that has some words or some images, but you only want just the image of your BITMOJI. So I'm going to go ahead and I already looked this one up. So I'm going to click on this one. I'm going to save the image to my computer and I'm going to put BITMOJI. As you can see, I have different ones. BITMOJI, let's put one. Save. So you know the name, what to look for. Then you're going to go to Remove BG, which is a cool resource. It's free to remove the background of any image. So I'm going to click on Remove Image, upload an image, and remember I clicked on this one, BITMOJI. So I'm going to click on BITMOJI 1. It should upload it, and it's going to do some of the work for me. It's going to delete most of the page, but I really want to get rid of this part. So I'm going to go to Edit. And it kind of gives you more. You can add different background, but like I said, I want to remove the words. So I'm going to go ahead and take rid of that. So you're going to hit erase. Let's say that you mess up on something. You can hit restore and it'll go back on there. But that's just on there. So now we get to the fun part. Let me kind of make it smaller. And you'll see why I'm using this one and why I want to specifically erase some of this part on here. So it's going to take some patience, and as you can see on here, I am messing up, but you know what? It's okay. You can always restore and you can always go back. I just want to show you guys to do this. So for this purposes, oh goodness, I'm messing up a lot. Okay. So just bear with me. Okay, so let's say that I want to leave it like that. A little disoriented on here, but it's going to be okay. So we're going to download the image and it's going to save it as a name on here on my downloads on my computer, which is exactly what I want. So it's already loaded. I'm going to go back to my page. I'm going to go and insert image. And because I already have an image, I'm going to upload from my computer. And I'm going to look up that image. So yep, here it is. Open it and I should have my transparency. Loads are formed on there, but you know what? It's going to be okay. Okay, you can't even really tell. So I have my on here and she is ready to teach the class on here. And I've added it. Alrighty, guys. Well, this is the conclusion of the virtual classroom. As you can see, you can add more things on here like I've done. You can even add your own link to your Google Classroom or any other ones on there to personalize it as best as you can. A really cool one is you can add on here and link it to a Google Calendar if you have that with your kiddos. And to do that, you can just click on, actually, I'll show you how to do that. It's Friday. Let's say I want to do that. And I want to click on link. So you go to click, and let's say that we want to go to Google Calendar. You're going to type on Google Calendar. So you click on that Google Calendar and apply, and here you go. Once people click on it and students click on it, they can go to your Google Calendar and anything that you have on there. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. I really hope that this was helpful. Leave any comments or questions below, and I will help you as best as I can in response on there. All right, take care and have fun with this. Bye, guys.